G'day everybody, Nick and Troy here from Queensland Rural. Just giving you a rundown on today's Charterstown sale. Today we are at 2,050 head. Yeah, look, we'll give you a bit of a rundown over the overall market today. The market did soften a bit, but in saying the cattle that were presented was a fairly mixing yarding of cattle today. There wouldn't have been a heap of bullocks there to quote on, but the best of the bullocks were around your $2.60 mark to average back around your $2.40. So the younger the steer, the more money it was worth at the moment. There was plenty of the feeder weight cattle in that bullock job. They topped out at 275, I think, 280 in there, but your proper bullocks are anywhere from 60 back to 50. Heifer job, there's about 120 heifers there today. They topped at about $2.30, average back around 215 cents. So the same, they were about 420 kilo heifers as well. The cow job, look, the cow job probably softened maybe 15 cents today. Last week they could have been making 250. This week they're probably back around 35, 30. So still the cow job 20 to 30 on those cows, 450 plus. Come back under that, you're looking at your sub $2 mark. So the cow job has just softened a little bit, but in saying that, it was pretty mixy. The bull job, there wasn't a hell of a lot of activity in the export game on that bull job today, but those bulls still topped out at about $2.78, I think, for a good pen of bulls. So average run of bulls 60 and 70. So that was pretty the fat job today. But I'll hand you over to Troy. He'll give you a rundown on the stalls.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Yeah, one of the first sales I've done this year. Not that there's been too many in charters, but probably just to reiterate what Nick said. Pretty mixy run of cattle today. Like lots of smaller mobs, wasn't there? Lots of bit crossbred brindle sort of cattle that were probably obviously been left behind from a live X order or something like that. But, some of the better cattle plucked through there, made their money today. Little weaners, like some little lighter weaners today, snuck up over $3, topped out at 3.16 cents today. And the little steers, like 180 kilo fellas. But same, a lot of those sort of cattle making 250, 60, 70, 80 cents, sort of in there all day long when they were poking along on them. Same, get into the Mickeys a little bit the same. There wasn't a big lot of Mickeys there today like we sometimes see, but they're in that similar sort of rate for those lighter cattle. When you got into a little bit more weight where somebody might be able to put them in the feedlot or set them up for a bullock job, probably seen a bit more activity in that area today. But, a lot of those cattle, once again, making sort of 240, 50, 60, a couple of good pens of good heavy, export weight type steers, got out to 280, 290 kilos, but they were good tidy cattle. So some of the better tidy cattle today still made their rate, didn't they? But once you jump out of there, jump into the heifers, probably a bit the same all over the eastern side of Australia. I think at the moment heifers are probably a fair way behind the steers at this point in time for whatever reason, but there's certainly a bit of a gap between a steer and a heifer rate. No different here today in the towers. Like it had to be a pretty good heifer to get up into those sort of, mid $2, didn't it? Today. So what top of 320 kilos, top of 230 cents on a heifer there today. But once again, wasn't any big runs of cattle there, but you certainly can see the heifer job. It's not as much interest is there from paddock people on heifers. They're opting to chip away and buy some steers. Cows and calves. A few good pens of cows and calves today.
58 by 58 one pen.
Yeah, 58 by 58 one pen, a couple of smaller deck loads. They topped out at $1,000 for some pretty handy cows. Back for $800 on some, bit smaller frame cows and calves today. So, and mainly old cows too, like age. They were there for a reason, they were older cows. So that's sort of where they sat as well. So next sale is
next week. Next week we'll have a sale, then we're going to not have a sale the following week, come into that short week of the Easter period. So next week's a week. If you want to send some cattle, we're not going to have one the following week just because of the short week. So anyway, that's us, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you.
See you next week.